saw the Wolverine this weekend. Everything I'd been told about this was like, this is like, the best possible version of this movie. And to some degree, they're correct. I liked it a lot, but it takes this sort of very grounded perspective of the Wolverine character, which I thought was fascinating. It also does the thing that every single superhero movie for the last year and a half, 2 years has done. He loses his powers. I'm sure there's a great term paper involved in the sense of America losing its powers and how that's reflected in our media. I feel like that's what's happening, especially with Iron Man and with the latest Batman movie and so on and so forth.
It happens to Ethan Hawke Before Midnight.
Oh
wow.
No. That's terrible. That's terrible. Even the indie comedies aren't immune. Yeah, I mean, it's Wolverine in Japan, and this actually sort of follows the – I don't know if it considers Wolverine the Origins movie as canon or if it just discards it entirely. It doesn't really seem to bring it up. However, it does continue from the end of X-Men The Last Stand, the third X-Men movie. So I was surprised by that. I thought they were just going to go off on their own thing and do whatever.
Yeah, that's
it
what I would
actually
think.
Specifically, like the entire plot of this movie is based on what happened at the end of that movie.
Just like follow through from the other?
Yeah, it's like this is – Wolverine's character is entirely – basically at the end of X-Men The Last Stand, it's like a 10-year-old movie, so I don't mind spoiling it. Jean Grey has turned into the Phoenix and she's about to destroy the world. Wolverine kills her to save the world. But Jean Grey, he loves Jean Grey. So this movie is like him dealing with that. So he starts out like in the mountains having vowed to like never be a hero again and never intervene. And of course he gets sucked right back into intervening and hates it the whole way. And then a woman from Japan comes and says, hey, by the way, my benefactor wants to meet you. You met him a long time ago. And it showed us this scene of Wolverine was at Nagasaki when the bomb went off. And he protected this he was in an internment camp of some kind in Japan, some kind of prison camp, and he protected this guy, and now this guy wants to like meet him because he's on his deathbed. Wolverine, of course, is ageless because he cannot be harmed by anything. And I'm just getting way deep into the mythos right now. Let's get back to the film itself. What's interesting about the film is it, again, takes this really sort of grounded perspective of this could, for about a third of the movie, no superheroes need to be involved at all. And in fact, what I was really hoping for was that he wouldn't be fighting some kind of comic book supervillain of some kind. Of course he does, because you can't get away from that. And that's when the movie lost me in the last third, when it was like, I don't want to spoil what the thing is that he's fighting, but it's just utterly ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've seen in a movie all year long. And it's unfortunate because everything else about the movie, I was like, I'm right with you, Wolverine. Let's go. And I could go further talking about the plot, but it would be spoiling it. And it's new. The movie's new. It just came out. So I will give you guys a chance to experience it yourself. But you should see it. It is a decent movie, and you might appreciate that ending section a little more than I did. But it does really delve into a lot of interesting, subtext with Wolverine and what does it mean to be this person who, for as far as he knows, cannot die, who has attempted, has lived his life, sort of in a way that would kill him many times, and he cannot die. And what would you do if someone offered you the chance to die as an ageless person? When are you ready to do that? So that was really interesting. I just think they just went way off the rails in the third act. Otherwise, pretty good. I think it's worth taking a look at. A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.